What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Wendy Mother. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Wendy Mother aka Mama Fabian. I'd like to welcome you to the Life with Wendy Mother familia. Woo! If you're new to this channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and join the family. Yes, and also make sure that you click on that bell button so that you can get a notification every time that I post a new video. Okay. What's up guys? So on today's video we're going to be talking about stop using children to stay in bad relationships. Umesikia? Stop using children as an excuse to stay in bad relationships. Alright, let's get on into the video. So on today's topic guys, as I've said, we're going to be talking about how people use kids as an excuse to stay in bad relationships. For example, guys, you get together with someone or you've been dating someone for a couple of, a couple of months or a couple of years, you know, like unasema unajua mtu, yeah, I know this guy. I know him in and out. I know him better than his mother know him, cap. You know, like I'm the one who knows him. He will never do that to me. And then he starts nevering like never before, you know. So you've been with this person for a couple of months, let's just say a couple of years to be on the safe side. You've been with this person for a couple of years and you decide, you know what, we now want to have, you know, kids. So you and this person, you know, mnapanga, mnaamua haya tupate mtoto wetu wa kwanza, mnapata mtoto wenu wa kwanza. And then now you guys, obviously, let's say now you move in together and all that good stuff. You know, now you become a family unit, you're bonded, your child is supposed to bring you closer, of which in most cases children don't bring people closer. Sometimes children separate people, and that's what people don't understand. You can never use a child to tie down a man, or you can never use a child to maintain or sustain a relationship that cannot be held by the two people in the relationship. You understand? Like the child is already a third party in that relationship. They have no responsibility in making sure that your relationship works. That is up to you. So you move into this person and you're like, you know what, yeah, I'm happy now, you know, we're a family unit and all that good stuff. And then this person, you give birth, you know, your baby is a couple of months old or a couple of, let's say, 1 year old, and this person just starts switching up on you, you know. All of a sudden, mnakosana ovyo ovyo, anakushautia, mnatukanana, kidogo kidogo, they get violent. That's now like on the extreme side. But like this person starts changing into someone that you do not know, and you spend your nights crying, you spend your nights like talking to your friends and telling them, you know what, umse amenifanyia hivi, nini, but siwezi muacha, tuko na mtoto pamoja, bruh. This person, let's say now you're together with them, and then kidogo kidogo they tell you, unajua ukiniacha, I'm going to kill you, sijui nini, and then they start threatening you. And then now this is like on extreme cases, because this actually happens. I came to realize that people really do go through the most out here. So this person now starts threatening you, this person now starts saying all that like bad hurtful stuff to you, but hiyo nimeenda mbele sana, let's get back to turudi nyuma kidogo, turudi nyuma. So this person starts switching up on you, you know, and they act as if like they don't want you in their lives anymore. They act as if like, you know, like yes, bado anapenda mtoto wake, but tena pia it's not as enthusiastic as this person was before you got the baby. Not realizing that this person didn't know the responsibilities that came with having a child. You know, as women, I hate to generalize like this, but as women, when it comes to motherhood, it's just like, you know, unajitolea. Most, not all, most women wanajitolea na wanasema, you know, this is my child, I'm going to stand by my child. Especially if you had like a horrific labor experience, you say, uni mtoto wangu mimi ndo najua nini uchungu wake, so I'm going to like take care of my child with or without the dad. I find that ladies are now the ones who stick around more when it comes to their kids and feel like more emotionally attached to their kids. And I said most ladies, not all of them, sinikujie. So now this guy starts, you know, being distant with the kid. Kidogo kidogo anaanza kuact zile za say akuji nyumbani, you know, he's sleeping out, he's mistreating you and all that stuff, and you're not happy, you're totally not happy. But unashinda ukijiambia nini, I'm going to stay because my child cannot stay without a father, or I'm going to stay because what are people going to say when they see me out of this house with this man's child, nangangana na nilikuwa nimepewa nyumba na mahali ya kukaa, ama how am I going to take care of this child without this man? So let me tolerate all the nonsense that he's giving to me. Let me tolerate him not coming home every day. Let me tolerate him, you know, treating me like crap. Let me tolerate him undermining me. Let me tolerate him, you know, making me feel like I'm worthless, you know, and I just gave birth to a whole human being. Let me tolerate that. Why? Because we have a child together, and our child has to grow up in a family where there's a mother and a father. Bruh, there is no difference between a child who's grown up with a single parent and a child who's grown up in a house where there's no love, and where one person feels like they're not in the relationship more than the other, or one person feels like they're not receiving enough from the relationship, or one is in the relationship because of the child and the other one is just not in the relationship at all. Like they left, they checked out kitambo tena sana. So there's no difference between you being without this partner and you being with this partner. Hakuna tofauti, unaelewa? So you need to stop. I'm not actually, guys, I'm not accusing anyone or I'm not attacking anyone, but it was just like a thought process on my mind, and I was like, a lot of people use kids to stay in abusive and dead relationships. That's what a lot of people do, and then you end up growing up. Yeah, like you as a person, you end up, you know, growing, being hateful, you know, like you always bitter, umekasirika, you don't see any happiness in life. When you see somebody else in a happy relationship, unamwambia, hakuna kitu hapo, kila mtu uteseka tu. You know those people who talk like that, as yeah, hiyo itaisha tu, hiyo mtaachana, mko honeymoon phase sahi, ikishaisha mtaacha kupendana, you know, all that negative stuff, because you have chosen to settle in a relationship that you're not happy in. Because why? Because you have a child. And in most cases, children bring people together and actually strengthen a relationship, because a child is supposed to come from two people that genuinely love one another and have sat down and decided that we actually do want to have a child, and we want our child to grow up in such a family system, and we want our child to have certain values and certain rules, you know, and certain behaviors. This is how we're going to raise our child, you understand? And for those people who stay in relationships, you know, unajiumiza, yeah, unajiumiza, unasema nini, mimi sitatoka kwa hii relationship juu nataka mtoto wangu, yeah, I grow up in a family unit. You're hurting yourself, because let me tell you, Maina, at the end of the day, your child gonna grow up and gonna leave you in that house with that man or that woman that you do not love. Utaambia mtoto wako, your child will be telling you, me. You know, kids say the craziest things even when they grow up. They'll be like, Mom, mimi sikukwambia ukae kwa your relationship. If you are not happy, you should have just left. And it makes sense as a parent to want the best for your kid. You know, to want your kid to always feel protected, to want your kid to always feel like they're surrounded by love, to want your kid to always feel like, you know, there are two people who love me and I can count on them no matter what. But you can still have the same values if you're co-parenting with someone. If, unfortunately, your relationship ended up not working out, yeah, and this person became someone that you didn't expect them to be, and you guys come to a mutual agreement and decide, you know what, I'm going to be doing my part with the baby and you're going to be doing your part with the baby, but as for me and you, tumeachana, umelewa? So mnaachana, but you're cordial, you understand? You know, a lot of people never really get how some people are able to co-parent like seamlessly, and you wonder like, why did these two people achana? Unaelewa? Why did these two people break up and they seem like wanaelewana, you know? They seem like when it comes to raising the kid, they are mutual, they make decisions still together as parents for their child, but they're not together. And you wonder, mbona mliachana, simrudiane? But you guys don't know that these people behind closed doors, ama wakiwa wawili, their relationship doesn't work. One person was suffering more than the other. So it's very important for you to realize when your relationship has come to like lifespan yake imeisha, because relationships have lifespans, you know. It reaches a point where it is up to both partners to spice up the relationship, and if one person is not willing to put in the work, then there's no way it's going to work. And if one person is in it for the wrong reasons, like for example, I'm only here because, you know, we have a child together, kama tungekuwa na mtoto tungekuwa tushaachana, but just, you know, just part ways, because this person is not going to show you the type of love that you deserve. This person is not going to be there for you the way you want them to be there for you, because then they've already set their mind that my focus is my child and nothing more, nothing less. So make sure that if you're in a let me talk to someone who's probably in such a relationship right now. You're going to find it really hard, you know, to step away from that situation, especially because you'll be like, no, what are people going to think, you know, who's now mtoto wangu sasa atagrow up bila babake, ama mtoto wangu atagrow up bila mamake, because it can be vice versa. It can be the chick that is, you know, acting some type of way, or the dude that is acting some type of way. So either or, yeah, it is very important for you to sit down and actually analyze yourself. Unakaa chini ukiwa peke yako and just sit down and be like, you know what, let me weigh the pros and cons of being in this relationship, because at the end of the day, if I'm not happy as a parent, I'm not going to reflect the same happiness on my child. So it is very important for you as a parent to actually be happy within you, especially if you're in a relationship with the father of your child. Ensure that the two of you mnaelewana, unaelewa, and you guys have a way of dealing with your issues hata mkikosana aje, and both of you are there for the right reasons. That's why it's important when you're in a relationship, especially as parents or young parents, it's important for you to keep on checking each other, like check up on each other and be like, yo, it's been like, you know, like 3 months, 6 months into a relationship, how are you feeling so far? You know, even if you've dated for, you know, a couple of years, it's good to check up on each other, because what people don't understand is when you're in a relationship, you grow, you know, you might grow in a different, like faster than your partner, and you end up feeling like you're unfulfilled in the relationship. So it's very important for you to sit down and actually communicate and say, Mimi, I want this and this and this, and Mimi, and this other person says, I also want this and this and this, or I'm content with this, I'm content with this. When it comes to the child, we're doing okay on this part, we're not doing okay on this part, we need to pull our socks on this part. That is what you need to do to avoid the situation where somebody says, I'm only in this relationship for the child, because this person already clocked out of the relationship a long time ago, and you don't want to be with a person who is not with you. Yani unadate mtu lakini unajidate, ushaelewa? So make sure that you actually check in with this person and make sure that this person, like mnaelewana, and you guys know that we are in this for the long run, and this is what we're going to do to make sure that none of us ever feels like we're trapped just because we have a child. Because at the end of the day, everyone, before we became parents, everyone had their own thing going on, or everyone has their different personalities. So you have to make sure that you're still feeding your personalities, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, while still being in the relationship and still being a good parent to your child. And yeah, and that way you can avoid things like that statement that says, I'm only in this for the child. Do not ever settle with a person who tells you something like that, because you're going to do more harm for yourself than you think. Like, you're going to do harm for yourself when you think you're doing good for your child, and if you're harming yourself, obviously you're harming your child. So I hope I have spoken to someone, and yeah, you guys, let's engage each other in the comments, and you can tell me what you guys think about such relationships or such situations, and we can exchange notes as per usual. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're new here, make sure to hit the bell button so that you can receive a notification every time that I post a new video. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share the video. Watch. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to live, love, be anything that you want to be. Bye guys.